I married Melissa in 1987. I met Paul in 1987. At the same kind of... I know, well, you know Laura's the sweetheart. So, Laura's the good one.
Good.
Oh! We're going to play good cop now. I'm the good one. So, love you, sweetie. Happy 50th. The century is pretty darn scary. And can't believe that I've known you more than half your life. Not as many years as some of these people, but it's been a very long time. It's been a fun ride. And one of the things that really, I started out thinking, and I've told you many times, is that Paul does not have a sister, but if he had a sister...
Ouch!
And sometimes...
That's a compliment.
I think that, it's almost like you guys could have been twins separated at birth in a couple years.
Steve, I didn't mean to yell in your ear there. Sorry.
We got a birthday in a couple days.
And so I looked up, I know a lot of the characters, it varies, but I looked some of them up. And the good ones are energetic, hardworking, spontaneous, passionate, confident, magnetic, generous, frank and straightforward. Frank and straightforward. So, but some of the... But also on the other hand, you guys can be stubborn, frank, not in a nice way, and generous with your opinions whether we want it or not. And then there's always that C word.
I don't say that word.
Controlling. I know I always loved you because so many reasons. I would talk to you for the same reasons.
Yeah, it does. He's got a good clear spot there. I'm okay for now. Thanks.
Okay, now.
Okay. I'm not sleeping with you.
He needs a shoulder massage. That's fine.
I'm a bit troubled with Laura's comparisons and statements of us.
Yeah.
Hold the mic up.
Are you reading from the paper?
He's pretending. The reason I'm so disappointed is I aimed much higher.
Go there, boy. Go there.
When I think of Melissa, character is the first word that comes to mind. As we are all aware, strong character is virtue. Please allow me to offer some experiences we've had that have defined Melissa's character. The first time we met your husband, some 27 years ago, I recall attending a dinner for a mutual friend. And as fate would have it, I was seated next to your husband. Scott and I had a wonderful conversation during dinner. I came to find out he was an attorney. And by happenstance, I was in the process of forming my real estate company.
Is that a word, happenstance?
And asked Scott what his area of specialty was. He promptly responded, real estate. Shortly thereafter, I hired Scott as our corporate attorney. Sometime later, I came to find out Scott's specialty was mergers and acquisitions. Who would marry such a man with questionable character? Melissa did.
He was fine.
And yet another, when we went to see Steve Farnbach's band, out of Milford Bar, we were over-serving ourselves, laughing so hard we were practically peeing our pants. I was a little offended because you kept referring to me as Pat. The he-she from Saturday night. That really hurt my feelings. But I'm pretty sure that you're the one who ended up puking under the table. Who would demean someone for personal gain and then display such an act of self-degradation? Melissa did. Over the years, we've certainly had some fun getaways. I recall a trip to Lake Cumberland with the clan, drinking mudslides on the roof of the houseboat. When a full mud puppy spilled on the deck, you and Kitty were the first ones to slurp it up with a straw.
That did not happen.
Heck, I don't think you had a straw. I was in utter amazement watching your lips suction cup to the top of the boat for the last straw. I guess that was before the 5-second rule. Who would act in such a manner? Melissa did.
Honey, are you going to kick his ass?
As soon as this is over.
And then there was our ski trip to Park City. Some of us realize how stressful it can be to equip and ski with small children. Very, lot of stress. Well, poor Scott. After abuse that poor bastard endured, it must have taken months of therapy to recover. And Melissa continues to ask us, when are we going back? Really? The vacation from hell. Having been so close to Melissa for all these years, she's been a significant influence on our girls. Heck, Scott even named our youngest daughter Haley.
Yes, we did.
Through Melissa's tutelage of our girls, they were introduced to excessive underage drinking. Every time I stepped forward as the responsible adult, I was nearly mocked as Pat, and you're such a pussy. Who would be so hurtful? Melissa was. A highlight in our relationship was when Melissa and Scott's son Max asked our daughter Haley to prom. It was such a lovely and innocent occasion, and one that truly made us proud. I was a little taken back as Scott whispered in my ear, "I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving's dinner." Sometime after the dance, Melissa whispered in my ear, "You know Max has another notch on his belt."
Who would say something like that?
So as we share with you tonight a few examples of Melissa's character, and as I reflect and look back over the years, and thinking about Laura's comparisons, perhaps we aren't too dissimilar.
So we have said Mr. Jim Perry for the end, but if somebody else